What's up? alexy1 here playing MrHappy, and he plays the Grobe. I think this is called the Grobe. And let's see what happens. So we can take here. There are some tricks now, but you should watch out for those. So c4, yeah. And I think you're supposed to go c3. C6, I mean. c6 takes knight c3, and if you go e6, then he has queen f4 check and winning the bishop there. But I think if takes knight c3, we can go knight f6. So yeah, if knight c3, then e6 is bad, clearly due to queen a4. This move though, I don't know. Still no e6 due to queen a4. So I guess we should go knight f6. But what happens if he takes on b7? I'm probably gonna go knight bd7, but I'm not sure if I'm happy there. Well, I probably am. So if he takes on d5, rook b8, queen has to go somewhere where it defends d5 bishop, and then so that's c6, and then rook c8 would win. But yeah, now we clearly have to go e6. Knight b5 though might be an issue. I could still go rook c8, but yeah, I have to. So he could take on a7, but I'm not sure if that's good. I doubt it, actually. Yeah, let's just develop. I think that should be fine. If he castles, I'm gonna castle as well. If he takes on a7 with the knight, we could go rook c7. If he takes with the queen, I'm not sure. I think I'll just not respond and just castle. And although we're a pawn down, we're up so much in development that we have some definite, well, counterplay, I guess is how you would call it. Just harassing the queen a bit. We could go for something like queen b6, or maybe queen b6, rook e8, and rook b8. What happens if queen b6? I guess d4 happens. Yeah, that's not the best. So maybe we'll turn it around. Rook a8 first. So he probably has to go to b3. And if queen b6 now, d4 we can take on f3 maybe. But he could just castle, I guess. Well, it's reasonable enough, I guess. I don't know. I think castling is fine here for him. And I'm gonna go rook b8, I think. We could also expand in the center with e5. Because if we go rook b8, then a4, and yeah, I think I like e5 better. Rook b8, a4, and what are we gonna do then? Rook b8, a4. If the queen and rook were reversed, we could take on b5, but no, we can't. So I think I like e5, just to go e4 next. That doesn't really do anything. I just want to press in the center. e4 seems like a very nice idea. So what happens if we go e4 now? Probably knight d4, yeah? So we could take on f3 and then play e4? We could go something like queen c6 or and hope he doesn't spot that we're gonna go for rook b8 next. Although it still doesn't work. Or we could go for something like bishop e7 and then knight c5 and press on d3. I think the knight going to c5 is like a nice idea, but the downside... Oh, I should move quickly. I don't have a lot of time. I just spotted that I only had 2 minutes left. Only played 60 moves, so it's pretty interesting. The queen should go to c2, I think, or d1. I was planning to go here. So if he takes an e5, I think we can take on a4. And knight c3 though. Knight c3 takes, rook takes a8, knight e2 check. No, that doesn't seem to work. Just try and be a bit how'd you call it? Well, never mind. I'm trying to make it difficult for him, but it seems like he's just a pawn up now. Ooh, crap, e4. Well, e4 is not so bad, still. I think we should go there. The word I was searching for was unpredictable, by the way. Rook e8, maybe? Just going for bishop c5. I was gonna go for bishop c5 anyways. If he goes back to d4, we might be able to have a repetition. I'm not sure if I want that, but let's make a hole before we get mated or something. Queen takes. I thought he'd go for bishop. Oh, bishop takes wasn't possible though. Okay. This doesn't seem right, actually. We're 2 pawns down at the moment. We have the slightest of counterplays. This is maybe a nasty idea. He could just go to a1, though. This queen is ideally placed for him. Yeah. I'm not so sure about this, actually. King h1, wow. What to do, what to do? What to do? I have no more ideas. Bishop e1 was a threat, somewhat. No, it wasn't. No, I'm not happy here. Ooh. That kinda sucks. So I have to give a piece now, I think. Yeah, but he'll just easily win this. Yeah, I could just resign this. Huh. I don't know how I feel about this game. This guy's only played 80 games. Okay. Let's have a look. Is he in the... No, he's not. Okay. So, the Grobe. It's such a bullshit opening that it's strange to lose to this, I guess. I do know that this is the main line. You could also go for something solid like, I don't know, just c6 here. And then you can take on c4. However, I think this is the nice line. And I thought people used to play knight c3 here. Because e6 seems like a logical move, but then queen a4 comes along. So queen b3, well, whatever. Still e6, queen a4. Knight a6. And I think we're doing quite nicely here. There was something I wanted to point out somewhere. I think here. Oh yeah, if we took on d5, we'd go rook b8, and he has to defend his bishop, so queen c6, and then rook c8, attacking the queen. And if the queen moves, we're gonna mate him on c1. So that's pretty nice. So he goes for knight c3, e6, and although it's equal here, we're so much better due to our development. I mean, we should be doing very good here. And as you can see, the engine says -1, which is very good. And although we're a pawn down, this is just such a good move. The engine wants to take on f3 constantly. Okay, so the point is queen a5, I guess. So knight c3, then d4 happens, so bishop d2, and then probably, yeah, this should be the main idea. And now we've won a pawn back, and we're doing pretty fine, actually. I just don't like giving up the bishop for this knight and also opening up the g-file for him. So positionally it's probably not good, but if it wins a pawn, then yeah, okay, I agree. So if d4 here, I was gonna take on f3, because then we're gonna take d4. Oh, was I gonna take? Oh, queen a5, I guess. No, knight takes. Oh, knight takes e5. Yeah, I didn't spot this at all. But it still works out. And here we went for e5 after a long think. So if rook b8, which seems like the very natural move, then a4 happens, and what am I to do here? I don't know. e5 seems natural. h3, bishop h5, e3. So I want to go e4 here, but if we go e4, then knight d4 was, I think, the point. Or first taking on e4, I'm not sure which is better. But, well, it might still be just good. Queen e6 is also a move, maybe, but then, oh no, queen e6, knight c7, yeah. I like this idea as well, putting my knight on c5 and pressing on this d3. Maybe I was a bit too early. I should have prepared it a bit more with rook c8. Because then he can't go to c2 and also can't go to d1 due to the pin. After knight c5. And now he just took on e5, which is pretty amazing that it all works out. Because I thought if knight c3 takes, if he takes on a8, I'd hope to have this. But the problem is queen takes e2. And if I take, then rook takes c8, and white is definitely better. The engine says I'm still somewhat fine after rook takes a8. Which I guess is obvious. Still pawn down, but yeah, I don't know. I like white a bit better more here as well. I mean, it just all works out for him. And I want it to be unpredictable here, so I went for queen e6. So he took queen d4. So I don't really want to exchange queens here, because these pawns are doubled, but they're not weak. And my d5 pawn is actually kind of weak. So yeah, I guess this is still somewhat holdable, but it's harder. And it feels like I should be attacking here. So I went for queen g5, but f4 immediately. Queen e5, rook e8, d4, and he just plays perfect, it seems, which is actually pretty sick. I went for a6 there, I think. Yeah, I needed to make a hole, but yeah, he could just take on d5 now. And now I'm 2 pawns down. With, well, no real compensation. Ooh, sorry. With no real compensation, so. Rook f2, bishop h5 again. Bishop h4. And it just. Ooh. What's this? The engine goes for bishop g4, which is a sick move. I don't. Oh, the point is we're threatening queen f2 and queen takes d2. So takes, check, king somewhere, takes here. And now we're attacking e3. And after that, f4. So this was actually a pretty big chance. Here I just blew it. This king h7 doesn't really do anything. I was seeing some ghosts, but yeah, just this is illogical. For one, I'm giving him another square to check me on. And here I went bishop f6 because I saw this bishop e1 threat. My queen not being able to defend my bishop then. But yeah, after this move I have to go queen g6 then, I guess. Or king somewhere and then queen g6 after bishop e1. This just loses immediately. And now it's just nonsense. So yeah, the guy played amazingly well. Sucks, but what are you gonna do? I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.